Hey there, all you Habs fans, and welcome to Talking Habs with Rick. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the game between the Montreal Canadiens at the Boston Bruins, which was played tonight. Okay, it's a lot to get through, so I'm a little bit tired tonight, so forgive me if I make a few mistakes. Okay, so to start the game, the Canadiens were working hard and keeping some pressure on and holding their own. Drouin continuing to look good on his new line. There was good back and forth play in the first 5 minutes. Good pace. Bruins getting a little more pressure in the offensive zone than the Habs. At 7 minutes in, there's been a few chances for each side, but nothing dangerous. Shots even at 3. Then there was a nice setup by Domi to Lehkonen, but it went over Lehkonen's stick, but it would have been a good chance. There was a penalty at 8:07 to Riley for tripping. Boston power play is third overall. Montreal, I think they're third from the bottom on penalty kill. So fingers crossed. Good save by Price on Backus, chopping at the puck in tight. 2 shots for Boston on the power play, killed off by Montreal. Nice steal by Marchand in the offensive zone. And then a nice save by Price on the 2-on-0 with between Marchand and Pasternak. Although Marchand kept it, he didn't pass it over. Bruins keeping most of the play in the Habs zone at this point. Penalties to Chara for interference and Kokoniemi for tripping at 13:46. So they go 4-on-4. And then, boom, Marchand with a nice wrister on the fly on Price's right side. So 1-0 Boston, 14:09. And it's the pass from Bergeron and I can't pronounce this guy's name. Grzelcyk. It's good enough. And then there's a rarity, which happens actually twice in this game, a fight between Deslauriers and Miller. It's a good heavyweight fight. You don't see that too much anymore. That's why I said rarity. As a matter of fact, I don't even remember the last fight I saw. It's been a little while. Although I tell you, I've been listening more than watching. Till I got TSN very recently. So, yeah, I guess that might be some of it. So the pace actually slows after this fight. And then suddenly, a goal by Gallagher, his 18th, it's a tipped-in shot from a shot by Petrie. I wasn't sure at that point if it was Deneau or Petrie, and I had it here, Deneau, Petrie with question marks, but it was Petrie. It was an entertaining period with Boston playing a little better than the Habs, but not by much. It slowed in the last few minutes till Gallagher's goal. Shots on goal. Montreal 6, Boston 11. No power plays for Montreal. Boston 0-for-1. Okay, so the second starts off. Nice wraparound try by Armia at 1 minute, and it was a one-handed. He was holding someone off, and he tried to go around one-handed. It was nice. Habs have some jump and are getting the chances so far in the second. I notice Habs are doing well in the face-off at this point, face-off circle. I noticed that in the first period. This is a little early in, but they were doing pretty good in the face-off circle. I think all night. Deneau was a good face-off man, and Kokoniemi I think had a good night. Excuse me. Big scramble in front of Price. He makes a great save. Then he juggles a one-timer, but doesn't come to anything. Good pressure by Boston here at 3 minutes 40 seconds. Another one-timer by Krug. Nice save by Price. Habs start getting some legs, and it goes back and forth. Good pace now at 7 minutes in. Still back and forth. Both goalies playing well. Montreal somehow needs to start getting some good sustained pressure on Rask and get the Bruins on their heels. Excuse me. I like that Montreal's holding their own. The defense is holding up. Good pressure by Boston at 12 minutes. A couple of nice passes and shots on Price. Byron, what does that say? Byron gets through in the Boston zone. Excuse me, my writing was pretty bad there. And gets off a nice shot. Not a lot of shots by Montreal, though, at this point. The Bruins getting twice as much. Good chance by Gallagher that leads to some pushing and shoving in front of Rask. Excuse me. Price bobbles the puck. Hang on a sec. There you go. Price bobbles the puck, and Boston comes close on a scramble in front. Then there's a penalty to Mete at 16-16 for hooking. And lo and behold, there's a beautiful shorty by Byron on a steal from Bergeron at the blue line, and then on a backhand on Rask. It was really nice for his 10th of the season, and that's Montreal's fourth shorthanded goal this season and second in 2 games. So I don't know what the hell. Sometimes it goes in spurts like that. Habs energized and kill off that penalty. Domi gets pushed around a bit and then starts fighting with DeBrusque. So I said 2 times in one game. You don't see that often anymore. Not much of a fight. And it's not even, the penalties aren't even called for fighting. Two penalties for roughing. One of them to Domi and another to Carlos, and not even to DeBrusque, which is weird. It was a good period overall, and especially in the last 6 minutes. And they scored the only goal and lead 2-1. They need to play more like the last 6 minutes to start the third and build from there. Shots on goal, Montreal 12, Boston 14. No power plays for Montreal. Boston 0 for 1. Third period. Fast start. Mete almost end-to-end. 30 seconds in. Pasternak, some really nice dangles to get in tight on Price. Bruins getting the chances and pressure after Mete's rush. Habs getting some pressure. Good action through 5 minutes. A lot of good back and forth chances. Good flow to the period. Price still sharp. Rask too, but he wasn't getting as many shots. Price was getting a lot of shots. Boston's out shooting Montreal by a good margin. Like I said, you'll see at the end. I mean, a good margin. So far, it doesn't look like it, but it's a good margin. Nothing much standing out right now. Just good back and forth, entertaining hockey. Some great chances by Boston, in tight on Price. I don't know how it stays out. There was one shot. I don't know how it stayed out at 13:45. Then 5:15 to go, and Montreal's going toe-to-toe with Boston, maybe even outplaying them at this point. Great forechecking and good work by Montreal. There was one point there, really good forechecking, and just hard work, and it was paying off. And then a bad change by Montreal. It leads to a good 2-on-1 by Boston, but a save by Price with 2:45 left. Boston's really pouring it on at this point. Then there's a bad delay of game penalty by Chaput with 2:05 left. I wrote here, yikes. 41 shots now on Price, but he's holding. Rask pulled at 1:30 left. And then there's a power play goal, of course. And I knew it. I was going to write there, power play goal coming. Power play goal on a nice wrister by Krejci with 37 seconds to go. But not Price's fault. He was totally screened. He didn't see it till it just zoomed by him. He had no chance on that. So going to OT. Great period by Montreal, only to blow it on a bad penalty. Well, I mean, they didn't blow it, but I mean, they might have. And considering how, it was in Boston, going into overtime, Montreal's record's not that great. Yeah. So fingers crossed for OT. Who knows what to expect? Now, as I'm writing that, I swear, as I'm writing who knows what to expect, I look up, and that's when Petrie is swatting the puck into the net. So it was 15 seconds in. Petrie swats it out of the air into the net. Beautiful, and it's reminiscent. His father was a pitcher for the Detroit Tigers back in the day, my day anyway. Pretty good pitcher. So he's got some baseball experience, and he just knocks it in. It was really good. So 3-2 Montreal in overtime. It was a great game. By the way, it was off of a rebound from a Domi shot. Domi had shot, I think the rebound came right up in the air, and he swatted it. And they checked to see if it was a high stick, but it wasn't. So great game. The Habs never gave up, showed their character, and got the win. Good job, boys. I like when it's a character win like that. They didn't come from behind, but this was a character win. So let's quickly take a look at the board because the video is running long. Habs are 25-17-5. Now Boston's 26-15-5, 2 points separating them. First period, 14:09, Marchand 17th from Bergeron, Grzelcyk, whatever his name is. 18:27, Gallagher, his 18th from Petrie and Deneau. By the way, can you tell I don't like the Bruins? I don't know if you can tell. Second period, 17:09, Byron, his 10th, shorthanded, unassisted. Third, 19:22, Krejci, his 10th from Marchand, Pasternak. And in overtime, 15 seconds in, Petrie is 10th from Domi and Byron. Funny. 3 goals in a row, all of them, they're 10th. Habs had 6, 12, 3, 1, 22 shots. Bruins 11, 14, 18, 0, 43 shots. Price stopped 41 of 43, Rask 19 of 22. No power plays for Montreal, so they didn't get worse on the power play. 1 for 3 for Boston. Next game tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern Standard. Panthers are at Habs. I'll be doing pregame and postgame. So there you go. The Habs, like I was just saying, Habs host the Panthers tomorrow night. Niemi should be in nets. This win should set them up nicely to take on the Panthers. So let me know what you think and what you thought about the game tonight in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe and ring the bell. And I thank you, as always, for watching. I really do appreciate that. And I'll see you tomorrow for the pregame show in the morning, right here at Talking Habs with Rick. I said the morning, but I really said in early afternoon. So have a good night. Bye-bye.